Hello everybody, and welcome to the Dewey Esports Week 5 matchup between 2nd seed Piping Esports and 11th seed Aether Esports. Will Piping Esports be able to lay down the pipe once again, or will Aether Esports shock us with an upset? Joining me on the cast tonight is none other than the ride with for the Daily Duo that might just have that answer.
I'm going to say yes, they should be able to lay down the piping this game. What is considered an easy 2-0 for them by most people might just be an upset for the side of Aether.
Might just be an on the side to help out Aether Esports is a ban coming in on the side of Piping, aka no ban. Why might this be happening, you ask? Well, Piping Esports decided to be the kids in school that decided to submit their papers late, so they get a little bit of a punishment for that.
Yup, gotta read those rules. We know Dota loves to post those in general chat. They're always there if anybody needs to look at them. But something that I find interesting is actually banning away the Warwick for the first side of Dewey. I don't know why they would ban the Warwick. It's a strong champion, but not really one that's played a lot by Dwight. I know that Omen put in chat that AD Warwick was Blight's one trick, which was just a joke. So I wonder if they took that seriously.
I mean, here's the thing that I have to point out is that on the side of Aether Esports, we were starting to hype this team up because they had Ziffy in the jungle and Hero of Termina in the AD carry role. Well, Hero of Termina's not here, and Ziffy's in the AD carry role, so things might be looking a little dim for Aether. We'll see how they are able to work it out.
Yeah, definitely a little bit of a mishap, I guess, not having Hero here today. Putting the starting jungle on the ADC. I was looking at his OP.GNG. He's actually been practicing a fair amount, and he's been playing a lot of Twitch and a lot of Tristana, so he's definitely been practicing for the role.
Wow,
and
we're
it looks
talking
like
about Tristana's. Hindsight's picking that up for himself right then, the era.
Yep, I know Dewey has been playing a lot of Gangplank, and he's not afraid to bring out the Vladimir either. So, there it is. There's the Gangplank.
There it is. Gangplank coming in for A. Dewey. And while we're looking at Aether Esports players, in his debut matchup, A. Arta is also here, a new player we haven't seen yet.
Yeah, AE Arta's got a very strong champion pool. He plays a lot of champions. He plays the Kassadin, plays the Syndra. He's not afraid to pull out the Azir, or even the Vygar, so he's very much a wild card. I'm excited to see what he picks. And it's going to be the Ivern for Blight. That's kind of his signature champion this league. The Ivern Janna, and I cannot believe Aether didn't ban Janna or Ivern.
Yeah, they let that go through. That is going to be Hindsight having a field day here, having two shielders on top of him on an already safe AD carry. Draft definitely playing out strong for Piping so far.
Yeah, that is their bread and butter, their go-to strat. They practice it a frequent amount, and they can pull out other picks, but if they can, they are always going to take the Ivern Janna. And there's the Vygar for Arta.
Oh, Vygar. Oh, the Varus pickup instead. That's probably going to be AD carry for Ziffy.
Now, I know Zager is a little bit of a wild card as well when it comes to what he wants to play top lane. Lucian is actually the counter pick to Gangplank in most competitive play, so I wonder if he'll do something a little bit like ballsy here since he has the Janna and the Ivern to back him up. Normally that would go on the Tristana, but if you're feeling confident...
No, I actually want to question you about something with this LeBlanc ban. Do you think that that's the right ban against Gwaine here?
No. I don't think he's even played a LeBlanc game in the league, and if he has, it's definitely not his most played. There's so many other champions, like the Xerath you could ban, his Azir you could ban, so his Orianna, like, #1, so questionable.
Absolutely. Definitely a questionable ban. Hopefully it doesn't bite Aether too much on that one. So the final ban comes through for Piping Esports. What might it be?
Gonna be the Kassadin. No, Arta is not afraid to pick that champion. A little bit off meta, not very meta right now, but can be used in the right team comps, especially since it's a very hard scaling mid lane. And with their comp, it looks like they're looking for scaling.
This looks like that's going to be the case here. Both teams have something resembling scaling going on, but it will be the Lulu locked in for Bishop.
Yeah, I'm actually a little shocked to see that, because I haven't seen very many Lulu games in his match history. He actually hasn't practiced that champion but one game in his last, 20 games, almost. He's mainly been practicing the Alistar, so maybe being forced onto a champion that he's not comfortable because of the Alistar ban.
That's definitely a probability, but I think it works well into their team comp. It does work well and synergize with the Jarvan, synergize with the Var, synergize with the entire team so far. So as long as they're able to get out of laning phase, not completely beaten up, I think it's a pretty good pickup actually.
I'm actually really shocked if he actually locks in this Aurelion, because Orianna is something that he would usually go on this comp just for the amount of shields they have. But I guess when you have two, you don't really need a third. Well, no, there it is. There's the third shield.
Oh boy, Queen coming out with the Orianna. Piping this comp looks great.
Very nice. Very practiced on it, and we know that for a fact due to their other matches. And the Anivia is going to be picked in for the mid lane. I don't know how I feel about that, because I think you kind of need a tank shedder at that point, because you can't rely 100% on Varus.
Now, Aether are looking to pull this game to the late game. It is really... I don't think do you think it works well for them?
I think if Aether play it right, it can definitely work. I think the Anivia pick is the only maybe downside to that comp, but I'm having a really hard time like putting all my faith in Aether, just because I've played against Ivern's Blight and I've played against Mimo's Janna, and it's not hard, you just shield, but they play it very well.
Currently sitting at 0, 1, and 3, I believe Aether Esports desperately will have to pick up a tie, let alone a 2-0, of course, against Piping Esports. We'll see if they can make that happen, though.
Anything's possible, especially since this is a bronze, silver, gold league. You can never put 100% faith in one team. And they have a comp that isn't terrible. It's a very strong team-fighting comp, and if they play it right and they play it into the late game without getting shut down early, it can definitely be a strong and viable comp to win the game with.
The one thing I don't like, now that we're at a spectator delay, is the Ignite on the Anivia. I don't think you need that at all. You shouldn't, I mean, maybe there's some crazy Anivia play that we're about to behold, but I don't think you're ever going to have a chance as Anivia to be able to kill an Orianna.
Yeah, you're definitely right. They already had the exhaust, so maybe that's why they went for that. But she could have even gone for something like a Spell Thief's Edge, or Unsealed Spellbook, so she can get that TP early, and then switch it to Ghost later on in the game when she needs to start rotating to different lanes, because she has some of the best wave clear in the game.
Looking at the team comp so far, I know we are both in favor of what Piping have, but what do Aether have going for them that Piping don't?
Well, what they have is a lot of peel for the Varus. They not only have the Lulu ultimate that they can put on Jarvan to just tank up and try and like all in to keep the damage and all the abilities off of Varus. My only fear with that that strategy is because Jarvan is most likely going to build like Warrior into Black Cleaver here. He's not going to build Cinderhawk Warmogs. Is he still going to get shredded even with these shields from Lulu? So it just doesn't rival the shields that Piping is going to have. But if they are able to play it right and get a good pick with the Jarvan, then the team fights can easily be swept up with the pushes from Gangplank, and it could be a very easy team fight win if they're able to get that pick.
I'd agree with you for the most part, but I feel that there is slim to no chance the Knight will be taking Warrior this game. I think looking at the team comp, there's no tank on that really. You have a Bruiser top lane, you have Mage support. I don't think it's going to be Warrior. I definitely think Cinderhulk's a bit more common here for Jarvan to pick up.
I definitely think that's what he should do. But because of most of the Jarvan games we've seen, most have gone into Warrior, into Black Cleaver. So I'm afraid that they're not paying attention maybe to the meta builds that are happening right now. But I'd be very hopeful to see a Cinder Warmogs. I don't know. Do you think Anivia's going to look for some early cheese mid lane? Or do you think that that's maybe looking for like a 3 or 6 minute dive bot lane?
I think a 3 to 6 minute dive in the bot lane is a little more likely than anything happening in the mid lane. As a Anivia, you're just really hard to kill because you have the passive. Yeah. And as Orianna, you really aren't going to be able to get a whole lot of damage in the early game. Sure, you can get some good damage with the command attack and dissonance if you're able to force the Anivia off, who I do believe Orianna is the better laning phase, but I don't see them killing each other anytime soon.
Yeah. I know Blight likes to gank early as well, even if he is on a pretty squishy champion early. So I'm wondering to see if he's going to look mid lane, because normally he does look mid lane to help Gwion just push that lead early. But against Anivia, you really can't do that, because like you said, she has that passive and she's relatively safe. So I wonder what lane he's actually going to be looking to pressure here, if not just power farm and try and get 6, and then just play the 6v5 with Daisy.
I'm definitely interested in seeing if there's going to be any interactions between these two junglers. Jarvan versus Ivern. Who do you think wins that?
Jarvan definitely wins early, and he should be looking for early invades. Granted, Ivern can usually start the enemy's camp first, just because he can do his passive smite. But he does get low early if you because, like I said, he usually doesn't full clear. He looks for a gank. But with the lanes that they have, I don't think that's really like super possible unless he plays it like immaculately. So if he does go for the
Beep boop. Oh, alright, there we go. Audio issues for whatever reason. That was a little sus, but alright, I'm back. Alright, Rito Games coming in strong with the audio issues. I love it. Don't you?
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Mhm.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
I'm here.
Oh, there he is.
The Patton and Rengar DC boys. I'm back. Sorry about that. I didn't actually realize I DC'd there. I was talking about the 4 Aries like Army was, and then I was like, Blaze, you there? Alt tabbed and noticed I was DC'd.
The casting desk got DDoS, ladies and gentlemen. Thankfully, our very own professional Secret Service has disabled the DDoS, so we're okay now.
Minions have spawned.
All right, loading into the game. On the bright side, I missed the wait for the champion select
Well,
or the load-in. Alright.
no, I see 6. Oh, alright.
Ooh, I had time anyway to reconnect. Perfect.
Alright, beautiful. Alright. So, a pause coming in as per the requirement of every single Duo Esports game. We have 6 stopwatches on the board. How do we feel about that?
I think that's smart. I think smart teams do that. It looks like they're both practice. If you're looking for early proactive plays, like the 6-minute dives, which are pretty high-level plays but can be pulled off, these teams might be having a coach that are coaching them through these high-level plays because stopwatch is vitally important because as soon as you hit that 6-minute mark, you can start to look for those plays like bot lane.
I definitely know that Aether Esports has a coach. Not entirely sure about piping, but probably the case. So likely the both these teams do have coaches backing them up.
Yeah, I know Cyborg Goat is a very high-level coach for piping. So
Alright,
a battle of the coaches almost. Whose strategy will win on top of the team?
Cyborg Goat versus African Pelican. Who do you think will win? Type it in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Which strategy do we think will prevail?
I don't know if there was any early cheese or if they're just not 5-pointing, but that's kind of unordinary to have the Varus and the Lulu both standing in the same spot. Maybe just because they have the Anivia to watch the top side. But usually you want to sit the
put a
Anivia
ward in the mid lane, which is interesting.
which fixes it all, I guess.
Hmm.
Can look for the early cheese.
Out of the pause. Beautiful.
Ivern not going to do the invade. Looks like Jarvan might start red just to prevent that.
Absolutely. I wonder if we'll see any early ganks in the top lane out of Nido. Wouldn't be a poor choice, especially if Z-Grace starts to push in on towards Dewey.
Yep, gonna get his red buff. I wonder if he's gonna go look for an invade or if he's just gonna go clear his bot side and then gank. Nope. Now, what do you think the lane here is going to be the highlight of? Do you think it's going to be the mid lane trades? Because they're both going at it early, not afraid of each other at all. Or do you think it's going to be the bot lane? Or the top lane?
Actually, way more in on this one than I would have thought. It's going to go in favor of Gwen, but what do I think is going to be the star lane to watch? I'm feeling the bottom lane. Albeit mid lane's trying to prove me wrong.
Yeah. I think it's going to be the mid lane just because I think Arta has something to prove. He's a new addition to the team, wants to prove he can hang with the best. And what a first matchup for you to face the number 2/number 1 league in the team. or English number one
English,
team
the other
in
way
the league.
around. Yes.
Yeah, just trading bot lane
He
too.
was trading bot lane. Might be going a little more on than trading. And there's the explosive bomb. It's not going to get anything out of it as the trade damage goes back and forth.
I don't know why Bishop like carried the damage over to the Varus and the minions.
Actually,
Could've,
Knight's coming down the
shot.
bot lane. Piping Esports might be in trouble here. There's the combo. It's an easy rocket jump away, but the same cannot be said for Janna. Heal will be used, but First Blood will not be going over to Aether Esports today.
Very close. Got 2 sums out of that though. The flash from the Janna and the heal from Hindsight. Didn't go for the invade, went for the early gank. Saw how pushed up the Janna and Tristana got. Blight there a little bit late. Don't really think he can go in, but he might just try.
I definitely like it also out of Knight to choose not to try and land the knockup, just wanting to cover the distance between them was all they needed to do there to force the flash and almost get the First Blood.
Yeah, very well played. Early proactivity out of the sub, Knight. Just going back, clears Wolves. Blight. We look at the farm here. Yeah, Blight's got the farm lead just because he didn't get that gank off. Even stayed in lane for a little bit just to make sure he didn't repeat gank, which was the smart decision. Neither jungler backing after the first clear. He's gonna go back and get the respawn camps.
A little bit of back and forth in the top lane. Looks like it is going in favor of Dway for now, but he's suffering at the cost of low mana, so might change any moment.
Is Gnar supposed to win that trade early and then Gangplank's just better late?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I
As
think
Gnar,
so,
you
yeah.
kind of just throw your autos in the boomerang, and Gangplank, you kind of have to take it.
Yep, he's very experienced on the Gangplank, so I'm not too scared. Oh,
Looking
nice
at
stuff
going
like that.
get up a kill here. Oranges have yet to be used. There it is. It's still not going to be the trade going in favor of him. A play trying to be made by Arda. It will take Wayne very low in HP.
Yeah, I don't know if Blight's really thinking through his pathing right now. Maybe just because he didn't have anything to clear, so it was like a why not gank. But Gangplank literally is one of the hardest champions to gank just because of his orange. And especially when your whole gank relies on the stun pre-6. Not a lot you can do there. Maybe just giving a little bit of line priority to Zegre.
Definitely a possibility here. Both these mid laners back and forth with each other. And honestly, I'm a little surprised that the Anivia is coming out even in these trades. More often than not, you kind of see that Anivias don't do as well. While we're on a Bishop, might be in trouble. Polymorph will be able to save some of the damage as he's able to get out.
Too. That's very good. Knew he had the polymorph, did not get panicked when they all in. I thought for sure he was going to die there, but even I forgot about the polymorph. Definitely knows what he's doing to not flash there and keep cool.
Gank might be coming on towards Gray in the mid lane. Will they go for the flash play? No, they won't. They'll just go for the standard amount of necessary damage. As Piping Esports not going to be able to make it happen just then.
Yeah, good proactivity. Both mid laners coming off low there, and Jarvan even taking a fair bit of damage. May not have been worth it. Got the flash out of the Orianna though, which will help with repeat ganks, especially since she doesn't have her heal either.
As I was trying to touch on though, I'm actually rather impressed by Arda's Anivia play so far. Has been doing well in balancing out trading and CSing, which is something that we very much see difficulty on for an Anivia. Up towards top lane, it's going to be Dway forced to flash away, and the same can be said in the mid lane. Aether Esports very low, but not dead.
Yeah, Jarvan hovering top just in case he decides to dive, which it looks like he will.
Hook, line, and sinker. There's a stopwatch. The flash away.
Oh, he's kiting out.
But he's trying to kite out on this one. Zegre in a 1v2 might just be able to pick himself up 2 kills. Will be able to force Aether off. As the
How juicy is that? How greedy is he? Not greedy enough. Smart play. Just going to take the advantage. Not going to go in there. Smart. Well played by Zegre there. And one thing you were pointing on was the Anivia trading in lane. Yeah, and she had a farm lead. So even on the back, she's coming out even, and she's actually getting the farm lane immediately back with the lane pushing to her tower. So nothing but sunny days for Arta.
Definitely the case. In 7 minutes in, Aether Esports playing this matchup very well against the number 2 team here.
Yeah, you're not really going to get the early game proactivity, like I said, because of the hard lanes to gank with Blight. But I think they're okay with that. Usually they do get those early leads, but they don't really have to when they have the triple shield comp. Varus, slight farm lead bot lane. Farm lead for Blight, pretty big actually. Looks like he's gonna go ahead and build the Redemption first again, like he normally does.
Getting close to that stage where everyone in the game is about to hit level 6, which means some things can definitely happen. And it's going to be Mimo looking for the slow. There's the tornado, forces the flash onto Ziffy automatically. Now the damage onto Bishop, forced to use the stopwatch and will be able to get out. But now it's going to be ordered to come down. Caw out of this Anivia, right on to Blight. Might be going down for first blood. Here's Knight comes down as well. There's the cannon barrage. Aether Esports looking for first blood 8 minutes in, but it doesn't look like they're going to get it.
Knight wasn't 6 there, unfortunately. The entire plan collapsed because Knight couldn't get a 2-man or 3-man ulti there. Gwyne was even late to the roam. Could have been, should have been a 3-0 for the side of Aether and First Blood if Knight had just pathed a little bit better. And that's the farm lead that Blight had that allowed him to do that.
Near catastrophe for Piping Esports, but they're able to get out by the slim of their teeth.
Yeah, very lucky. Had to blow a lot of resources just to get out there. But Gangplank doesn't have ulti, so Zagreus may look to capitalize on that as well. Just because he knows he can't have that damage in lane if they do go for the 1v1 trade. I don't think they will, but that's always a possibility when Gangplank ults in their lane.
Oh no, Bishop! That is really bad, and Mimo's also getting caught out. What are the supports doing this matchup?
Both live.
Like both gonna be able to get away, but on 20% HP, Hindsight's not gonna go for the kill. Decides to rocket jump out of there.
Yep, just have him back top lane again. And one thing I think is interesting is even though Zagreus has the farm lead there, because of the kleptomacy, or however you say that word, and his passive, he's able to actually stay relatively close in gold, if not get ahead, just based off of the rune and his passive. Yeah, just trading mid lane every time she can. Arta on cooldown, throwing out that Q and E.
Yeah, blue buff Anivia, a menace to go up against, but I'm worried about the bottom lane here. That is the Bishop is so easy to kill right now. Sure, you have Wild Growth and Exhaust, but if you don't see the damage coming out of a shielded Tristana, that's gonna kill you automatically.
Yeah, I wonder if they're not looking for the Janna kill and they're just gonna polymorph Tristana. I think that's why he was playing so aggressive, especially since he had ult there. Maybe feeling pretty confident with that play. He has not shown any fear, but he is playing very dangerously.
There's the rapid fire, but they're going to try and capitalize on Hindsight right after it. First Blood will go over to Aether Esports 10 minutes in, but it will be the trade kill for Hindsight right afterwards.
Looks like they're going to go ahead and pick up the Drake off that, so definitely worth. Very selfless of Bishop not to throw the shield or the ulti on himself. Didn't really have to ult Jarvan there, but he did, so that's good support play, even though he could have saved himself.
Pipe-In looking to capitalize right afterwards in the top lane, though. On towards Dway. Daisy thrown down. She's going to be tanking the turret up on this one. And it's going to be a hop. Greg, one more shot will kill him. And it's going to be a trade kill up in the top lane.
Yeah, well played by the Gangplank. Oh, wait, Mimo.
Oh, no. Mimo now in trouble. Warding is very dangerous. Forced to flash away. Looks like he'll be able to get away as well. Oh, no. BM. What are you doing?
No!
Looks like it is going to work out. They're going to reel the Jarvan in. Hook, line, and sinker. Queen picks up the kill. And now Arda looks like he's in trouble. Forced to flash over the wall. 3-2. Piping Esports make the best of it.
Are the supports playing greedy? Or are they just being perfect bait? That's the real question. Because we know that Lulu baited in the team bot lane. They got the free trade there. Then Janna looks like she's all alone, caught out. What does she do? Runs to the team. There's 3 members there. So, are they playing dumb, or are they actually next level bait strats?
I don't know. A little hard to say. I want to say it's a mix of both. I think that's the safe option.
I call them 9,000 IQ bait strats by both supports.
9,000 IQ bait strats. Alright.
Looks like everybody's going to reset, spend the gold. They did get Drake there on the side of Aether, so that's good. Ended up losing the trade just because Jarvan got caught out there tracing the Janna.
Looking at the farm here, it's pretty even for the most part. Minor advantages for Aether in the bottom mid lane, and minor advantages for Piping on the upper half of the map.
Yeah, they need to watch out before Zagreus keeps snowballing, because with Blight getting stronger and stronger, it's just going to be easier and easier to dive that Gangplank. But forget diving the Gangplank when you have Knight heading top to deal with the Mara.
I don't like that. Honestly, Zekray can tank him. There was 4 levels up between the jungler of Aether and the top lane of Piping. I do not like that at all.
No. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Jarvan's not pathing the best. Because every time I look at the map, all his camps are up. And he's always down farm by almost 20 CS to Blight.
You were right. He picked up the warrior.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Should have gone the Cinder Hall Warmogs. But most people in this league, for some reason, always buy Warrior Black Cleaver.
Gotta get the damage out. Daisy's thrown down for whatever reason, but that should spell Aether to get out of there ASAP. Queen's coming down as well. A tower dive from Piping Esports might just happen. No, they're gonna look for the play on tonight. All on his lonesome. Cataclysm only looks so good. He will be able to flash away. Aether with a turnaround on this one. Stiffy trying to get the kill, but it's going to be the stopwatch to save him on that one.
Resets.
Hindsight's making his play on this one. Rocket blasts him right back, flashes back into the tri-bush.
They all live.
Very low, but not dead just yet. Ziffy firing, saving the back line. But Queen's going to take him out with a command attack and shockwave to come through. Piping Esports will get the 1 kill and walk away.
But that's the sign of an experienced team, because Piping not only looked for the 5-man bot lane dive at around 13 minutes, which is a little bit late by a couple minutes, but they were looking for that play because they saw the Jarvan top lane. They immediately took advantage of that. And once they realized they couldn't 5-man dive, they just set to get the deep wards. Because if you know the jungler's on the other side, the second best thing to do besides dive the lane is to get the deep wards. So it was really well played by them. Unfortunately, the Jarvan walked up. Unlucky for Jarvan.
Ooh. Unlucky indeed, and I think it's a bad time he goes back to the jungle and gets a little bit of farm. Maybe asks Elena for something, because this level difference has been hurting Aether throughout the game. 7-9 for the Jarvan and the Ivern respectively.
Yeah, constantly a level down, and 2 levels down at this point to Blight's Ivern, who has good clear, but as Jarvan, you should definitely be able to keep up. Ooh, playing aggressive.
Arda looking to make the play here. There's the wall. There's the Ignite to follow up as well. 1 more hit would do it, but he's not able to get in range, nor have the flash, so it's Gwen that escapes once again.
That's a tilter. Should get tower off that, though. Jano looking for that roam top lane.
Zekray and
level
Nemo
11
looking to make the play here. Where's the Gnar against the wall? There it is, but they're not going to be able to get the stun against the wall. Now Knight's going to come on this one. There's the flash knockup. There you go. Demacia picks up the kill, looking for possibly 2. Nemo in all sorts of trouble. The flash, wait for the shield, another shot would do it, and some gold comes through. 4-4 on the board. Aether Esports picking up 2 more kills for themselves.
Yeah, Dway's showing his experience on the champion, and Jarvan, even though he has this giant deficit, is not playing scared, which is the right call. He's making the proactive plays, even though he's not necessarily in the position to do so. And it looks like they were going to get mid lane and bot lane, but turns out they're not going to get either, so that's kind of unfortunate.
It looks like they very good to pick up the first turret of the game, but the Rift Herald is definitely going to go over to Aether Esports. We'll see how they can use that. They could. Hindsight, not going to look for it. They're going to give up the turret.
Very, very even and back and forth game. Not at all what I was expecting. Aether showing some resistance, some
stamina.
Some stamina to survive this game. Every time Piping looks to make a play, they're just counteracting it with even better plays. And they won the pick ban phase, or like they didn't win, but they held their own in what should have been an easy like Piping victory. But somehow they're playing right. They're doing something right, because they are not losing this game very hard. They actually have the gold lead right now.
Oh no, don't do it! Bishop! Oh no, it might be in all sorts of trouble now. Jumped on!
Oh,
but Mimo is also in trouble. Hindsight's not going to be able to get the damage in time, nor will they be able to kill Mimo.
Wow.
If he's firing safe in the back line. The Swags watch coming out of Blight here. Not entirely sure if he needed it, but once again, a back and forth that might just result in more. Artist coming down to the bottom lane.
Ziffy and Bishop are playing out of their mind, especially for Ziffy being a jungle main. This is absolutely impressive.
This is looking good for Aether Esports. We'll see if they can capitalize on with the kills. There's the redemption, but the Cataclysm right afterwards might have just baited them into it. damage on a hindsight. He's going to get taken out by Knight on
No!
this one. But
We
now
cut
it's
out.
Gwen on a killing spree to pick up the third kill. 3-0-0 on this Oriana. Looking at kite around Aether Esports. The knockup not going to land in towards him. Dissonance to do it decent slow, but he walks right into the stun from Arda. The wall as well, but the rest of Piping are there to support him with all of the shields. And from the looks of it, everything settled down. It's just going to be the 1-for-1.
Yeah, Ziffy farming there rather than chasing down the Oriana. Little questionable. Looks like they're going to get another Drake. Double
Another
Mountain is very
Mountain
good.
Drink at that. They can get this. That would be very good for them, but Blight's in the area.
They shred with Anivia, so I think they should get it unless they... Nope, Ziffy needs to stay there.
Wait a second, that's a little spooky. It's actually the junglers 1v1ing on their own now, and Zeeger's gonna make that a 2v1. Dragon control over to Piping Esports. Arda may not be able to get out of this one at all. Uses the stopwatch to buy some time, but he's gonna go down this one. Turned into an egg as 4 members of Piping are right on top of him.
Yeah, they couldn't decide if they wanted to leave or wanted to fight. Jarvan was trying to fight, and Ziffy was trying to leave. And the mid laner was just stuck auto-attacking the dragon with her ultimate. When you have 3 members doing 3 different things, you're never going to be able to out-coordinate a team that's coordinated like Piping is.
A poor call by Aether Esports, but due to the turret lead, they are still up in gold.
I don't know if it was a poor call, more of a lack of a call. Looks like they're going to go ahead and pick up the bot lane turret, mid lane turret, and bot lane turret down to the side of Piping. But they're going to retaliate and grind back slowly through bot lane tower. Oriana, Gawain, slowly putting his mark on the game. 3-0-1 at this point. Still with a slight farm disadvantage, but it doesn't really matter when you have 3 kills.
Definitely. I actually want to touch on Iron build. What are your thoughts on the Ziffy's build so far on this Varus?
It's
Rage Blade.
It's pretty common. I know I don't play ADC, but every ADC I played with always builds Ginsu on him first. It's kind of a later power spike than most ADCs get. It doesn't cost so much, but I think it's viable. And it'll be better for late game.
Alright.
Especially when they're putting as much faith in him as they are, I think it's pretty good. Got the Vamp Scepter second too, so... I mean, they should continue to look for these early trades just because he has the much earlier power spike than the Tristana right now.
And then our Incenser as well for Bishop, so they've definitely put their eggs... not all of them, but most of them definitely in the Ziffy basket.
Good damage. He's about to hit Mega. You do not want to take that trade when he's about to hit Mega!
Oh boy, there's the Shockwave!
Did you see that orange?
Oh boy!
He oranged his ultimate. That is like a millisecond time to do that.
That's really close, but what's going to be even closer is Gwen not going to be able to get out of this one. Now Zegray forced to flash away. Aether Esports reacting very well to that play.
Somebody clip that because that is a very, very hard mechanic to hit. That is definitely going to be on the top 10 plays of the week. That is absolutely impressive. Dewey showing he definitely knows how to play this champion. And I'm granted, I went into this game a little doubtful, expecting the Piping to just curb stomp, but with the way Aether are playing right now, especially with a new mid laner and their main jungler playing ADC, are just playing so well right now.
They're playing pretty good on this one. Let's see if they can keep it up. Piping looking to retaliate with Daisy on this one. Gets a bit of damage. The knock up onto Arda. There's the wall to try and separate them, but it's not going to matter. Zegray picks up the kill right there. Redemption to come flying down. Knight's going to go down right afterwards. They cannot kill Blight, but Ziffy firing the safety in the back line, doing good damage with the double buffs as well. In the mid lane now, it will be Dewey that picks up the turret, but will he go down right afterwards? Not going to be able to land the ball, so the Pirate's going to walk away on this one.
A lot of things to go over here. And the first thing I want to go over is the fact that Dewey actually went Yomu's second, rather than Sterix Gage or even IE. I haven't actually seen that on any of the Gangplanks I played with or in the LCS. Do you know if that's maybe just a custom thing or if that's something that's more common now?
I think it might be a little on the custom side.
The second was... Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. And it feels more of a custom choice.
Yeah, a little questionable. I think the IE has a better power spike. Sterix gives you way more survivability, and that's what I would have liked to have seen. Especially since he does have a decent lead. Oh, wow.
With survivability.
Well,
Hindsight
Psych,
is
just go
careful.
Youmu's.
In trouble here, trying to get the triple barrel, not quite gonna make it work. But Aether, they're grouped well and they're looking for this top lane turret.
Yeah, they could have had it already, and they could have won that team fight a lot easier, but for some reason, Ziffy... Oh,
Actually, I pick up the
Clean.
kill! Dewey! Knows exactly how to bop an AD carry. There you go.
very good ultimate. Definitely showing his experience on the champion. Shocked that it actually got through the pick and ban phase, because it's one of his most played champions right now.
Absolutely. Aether may not be finished just yet. The turret's gonna go down. Looks like they will be able to back off. Dewey steps a little too close to Wild Growth to use none towards him. And it's just gonna be that. Aether looking to back off, or will they stay?
Don't actually need Sterix Gauge, I guess, when you have the Lulu ultimate. Rod of Ages first on the side of... Oh, wait.
They might
Nice
be
pick.
going for more on this one. The team
She
fight's
does.
already well expended its worth, but that means the Knights are
Wow.
going to get taken out right afterwards. Meganar not going to be able to come out in time with the redemption, which means that Dewey is going to get punished right afterwards. The damage to come flying through. The flash forward from Hindsight gets a shutdown. Looking to pick up 1, 2. The shield out of Lulu. Not going to be enough, so Bishop's going to be able to get away for a few seconds longer. Rocket jump. Not going to be able to be up in time, so Lulu gets away from this one, but Piping are going to get the middle turret.
Yeah, that's a common mistake that we see a lot in this elo, and that's something that GG Esports was actually working on yesterday, is the fact that a lot of teams, when they want to push that lead in their winning team fights, they ace the other team is able to, you know, they die and spend their gold, and they come back, and for some reason, the other teams, with every team I've ever seen watched or played with, always want to stay, and instead of backing, just taking their lead and spending the gold. So what they should have done there is after they aced him and got the tower, just immediately backed, spent their gold, and then they would have already had this gold lead rather than throwing it away like that. Because now they were able to get all those picks because they died and were able to get the items from the spent gold.
I mean, here's the thing. Aether is still up in gold. Even if it's by a slim margin, they are up in gold. And I think for the majority of this game, they have not actually been down in gold much, if at all.
Yeah. And that's simply because, you know, they already had that much gold to spend from getting that top lane tower and from acing them almost. So rather than like giving free gold to Piping, they should have just backed there because they didn't even get anything off of it. They just got aced off the respawn. Or I guess they didn't get aced because Lulu lived, right?
Yeah. And this is definitely a strong showing on them, but we'll see how the rest of the game plays out because as we start to get closer and closer to that 30-minute marker, the more and more probable Baron Nashor becomes an option, and we know all sorts of crazy things can happen around there.
Looks like they're not going to contest. They contest a little bit too late for the
No,
Drake.
not going to be able to pick up the Cloud Dragon. It's going to be secured by Piping Esports, but the final right afterwards, a different story. Two-man shockwave in and towards them. Arda and Bishop are going down on this one, and the third kill of the fight's going to be right on top of Knight. A double kill for Gwen. Looking to try and get away from this one. A 3-for-0 for Piping Esports.
Piping, the sleeping dragon, making sure that Aether are not sleeping on the job, making sure that they still know their presence. They walked up to contest that dragon just too late, and so they were able to just get it immediately and turn on Aether.
I would not have went for that dragon. Sure, you can go with the excuse that it's a Cloud Dragon, and that's exactly why you should contest it, but I don't feel like you should have contested that dragon whatsoever.
Yeah, I don't know, a little bit questionable. And unfortunately, because the Jarvan went the build he did, even though he went in there, he just wasn't taking enough to survive, even with a Lulu ultimate. So all he could do was ult and then just flash away, which is really unfortunate. Tristana at a very good spot, now has her IE and her static shiv. Varus is rocking the Bork with the Ginsus, both very strong ADCs. One of the last team fights, I noticed Ziffy was going a little too ham, went a little too deep. Tristana was just sitting back, waiting for it, and then pounced on the right opportunity. So I think that's where the difference in knowing when to go in and when to go out as an ADC.
Yeah. It definitely seems like the fights are going well for Aether when they have everything already set up. When Dewey is in place with the barrels, when they're able to chunk someone out by surprise, like we've seen Hindsight get comboed a few times this game so far, and that's led to this fight that's worked out for Aether Esports, and then we'll see if they're going to need to continue that if they want to win these fights.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what their win condition is here, and I think you just said it. I think they just have to look for the gangplank damage on an unsuspecting victim. They have pretty good ward coverage of their own jungle. With Baron coming up, they're going to need to move that up and make sure that they don't get bullied by...
Oh boy, Arda
Piping.
is in trouble now. His teammates are not going to be able to reach him in time. Really spooky positioning is going to cost him his 4th death of the game here.
Yeah, very disrespectful to walk up like that when they're taking your tower. Not only are you in a 1v2, but your tower's almost dead. They're definitely going to dive you at that stage, especially when Zegre is as tanky as he is with the Frozen Mallet and this Black Cleaver.
Yes.
Yeah, very much on the back foot now. 2,000 lead for the side of Piping. They can even look to force a fight, bait the Baron, or maybe even just blow up the Baron with Tristana.
Looks like they're gonna go for the Baron. I feel like that's the right call too. It's risky, and if he is not here, doesn't have teleport, obviously, so it may not go in favor, but Mimo's the one that's tanking the damage. Will they go for a... No, they're not. Bottom turret goes down. Shockwave's not going to land here, but Aether Esports' health bars are dropping as the Baron Asher will get picked up by Piping. A few more hits to come through. Dewey to try and make the play. Does take out the support, but it looks like Piping, they've gotten the Baron, but can they get out right afterwards? Hindsight with good damage on this one. Rocket jumps into 4 people. That is not what you want to do. And it's going to be a 3-for-1 coming through.
Yeah, Piping showing flaws in that game plan. I don't know if it was the smartest thing to rush the Baron there. They could have easily baited it. They had the vision of it. They were denying the vision. They knew they were going to run up. Mimo almost got caught out. Thankfully didn't. Jarvan went in a little bit early. All they had to do was stop DPSing and kill him. And then Aether, showing that they know how to team fight, picks up a lot of kills, gets rid of the few Baron buffs. And now we're back to an even game almost. Only 1,000 gold lead in the favor of Piping now.
I don't know. I don't know if I want to let that one slide. What in the world were you thinking, Hindsight? A madman jumping into 4 people. That was what allowed Aether to pick up that kill, but nonetheless, it does go in favor of Aether Esports to some degree, but it's still Piping with the Baron.
Yeah, I maybe didn't realize that Mimo got caught out. Didn't have that massive shield to back him up. Maybe thought they were lower than they were. I can't give him any more excuses than that. Like, it was just kind of a bad play to rocket jump into 4 people.
Yeah. Only so much you can do to, Tristana. Only time you should ever jump in is if it is guaranteed to be a kill. But nonetheless, Hindsight, we'll see how he does in these next few team fights. Only one without, actually not the only one, but one of the few without the Baron Asher.
Yeah, almost one-shot, who was it, Bishop on the initial autos. Oh, wait.
Gwaine might be getting caught out now, has to flash away, but the wall from Anivia is able to keep him safe out of all things. Now the rocket jump forward. It looks like Gwaine might have just gotten out.
They catch him out. They need to fight that.
Good damage on towards him. Cataclysm on towards 2, but it isn't on the right members. Hindsight doing good damage. Gwaine to delete 2 in the back line as the front line can't do anything on Aether Esports. All of them dropping left and right. It's only Dewey that's up, but the Pirate may not be able to get out of this one. It doesn't matter if they chase him down or not. That is 4 kills for 0 for Piping.
Oh, we're going to TP bot lane, going to look for a possible double inhibs, and they have Janna pushing mid lane right now. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the Baron buff, but they might not even need it with the way they're pushing right now. Oh, Gangplank's back actually got canceled by the minion wave.
Interesting. And I think that was the turning point right there. This game was very even up until those last 2 team fights, mainly the one that we just saw. I think Piping might just be in full control here. Albeit Dewey looking to try and pick up the kill. He will be able to do so as he gets rocket blasted back.
Yeah, Arta almost lost them the game there with that wall. They would have not only picked off the Orianna, but then the Tristana would have been caught out. Because the Orianna had 1 health, but the wall saved her. The what is it? Anivia wall saved her from Varus, and then as soon as she should have been dead, Tristana rocket jumped over, and that would have been another, because that was a 3v1. And if they would have fought that properly, that would have been game. But very, very lucky that it wasn't game.
Very fortunate indeed. It will mean that their base is in shambles. And the Piping Esports picks themselves up the third Mountain Dragon of the game.
Need to be careful. Aether collapsing here. Didn't get the double inhibitors, but I don't think they're complaining after the
Actually,
top
wait.
inhib.
Is it gonna get gift wrapped? I think it might. Wait, Dragon
Oh!
resets!
I thought
And
just not a gun.
It's not gonna be able to get it. Aether are still able to steal the Dragon away scot-free.
I'm sorry, what were you saying right before that happened? Is it going to be gifted to the... Are you talking about the dragon?
Yeah, I was talking about the
Yeah.
Dragon. Oh my.
I thought Tristana had just like one-shot it with the crit. It's
That would have been
my-
hilarious.
It would have been. Well, it looks like they're just going to reset. Try and keep their lanes alive on the side of Aether. Let Gangplank farm top. Look at his items now. Built the Stairx Gauge, third item. Usually he would have already had the Stairx Gauge and he would have been building the IE. And he would have been very strong right now. Still not a weakling, but not as strong as he could have been, I think, if he itemized properly. Maybe he went to Yom was just because he had that lead and wanted the early power spike. But unfortunately, due to a few fights that were kind of thrown by the side of Aether,
Wait a second.
kind of behind.
Mimo has a needlessly large rod. Eh?
If you're not building, like, Rabadon's Death Cap, you're kind of trolling.
Yeah, definitely. I think that this is actually this isn't a bad choice at all. I think Rabadon's Death Cap wouldn't be bad. Increased Janna's AP ratio, which means their shielding is more powerful, and your AD carry gets more AD. So
It's a
It's
worth on all
yeah,
fronts.
definitely worth it. Definitely, I like the innovation. Piping Esports innovation
Ooh.
starts here.
Need to watch out. That Gangplank still hurts. Oh, wait! He's on 4 items. He did build the IE. He got that at the same time as the Stairx Gauge, I think. Unless I wasn't paying attention.
There it is, exactly what you were looking for, and that means this Gangplank's doing so much damage.
Oh, questionable.
Oh,
ulti.
there's the cannon barrage. It locks Piping up against the wall, but Aether not going to be able to be in range to follow up on it.
Maybe just trying to keep that bot inhib alive. Don't know if they really can. Need to get a good fight here. But top lane's pushing against them as well, so.
Knight taking around 50% HP here, but Piping are a little scared. They don't want to go for the inhibitor just yet. Respect that the damage could come through, but there it is, the shockwave on a Bishop. Not the perfect target, but it's going to be Knight that gets deleted right afterwards. 70% of Ziffy's health bar gets removed by a QW out of Gwen. It looks like that might just be the inhibitor right there. Hindsight
game's
taking
not
over
over.
this one.
Game's not over. Aether can still keep their heads high. They're going to back off there. Smart play. That could have been game. Very lucky that Knight, isn't too influential to the team that the fact that he gets picked off doesn't equal game. But now they're just going to go ahead and siege mid. She still has GI.
This is going to be really rough for Aether because it's a 5,000 gold difference. Mind you, that's not a whole lot of 35 minutes into the game, but still, that's something with Baron Nashor number 2 now coming up. Looks like Piping are going to be able to get it all too easily, unless a Cannon Barrage can somehow steal that.
It's just now coming up too for him, so it's possible. They should
would-
know what's going down. They should start rotating right about now because it's pretty much make it or break it right now.
They don't
We're
have
gonna
the
bait
vision,
them.
though, and there's the bait you were talking about before for Baron number 1. They're going to do with Baron number 2. Oh, no.
No.
Warding is dangerous. Very dangerous. Enough dangerous to get you killed. And the other team to
Unfortunate
get
for him as
Baron.
well. Because that was about as safe as he could be there. Can't really get much safer. Could have possibly sweeped up towards there, but was afraid that they might actually be doing Baron. So unfortunate. Wow.
Yeah,
They did that in like 3 seconds.
Yeah, they did that very quickly. In fact, Piping Esports with the second Baron in the game. 2 out of 2 on this one. Aether, they're able to draw it out for sure, but will they be able to come back?
Do you do the 1-3-1 or did you just shove mid?
Chef Mad. Just 5 mana, really?
5 men. I don't know. I kind of think that I'm a really big fan of the 1-3-1. Just for the simple fact that they have pretty good split pushers, and they have the hard tank that can put mid lane. They don't really need to get that in him unless they're going for like a perfect game, but it's already kind of been ruined. They've lost a ton of towers. But with a double Baron and the super minions in each lane, would have been probably easier just to shove the side lanes.
Looks like the last fight of the game might be coming up here.
Need to watch out for Gangplank still. He's so strong right now. One good barrel combination could win them the game.
Uh-oh, Knight goes in at possibly the wrong time, forced to flash away now, down below 25% HP. Chain of Corruption's also not going to do a whole lot, which means Piping will pick up the third, technically second inhibitor of the game. Top 1 just respawned about a minute ago, but Piping
heal on hindsight.
might look for the end here. No, they're going to go for that third inhibitor.
You just want to play safe. Really respect it. Why? Why do you keep doing that?
Aether going on this one. It's a last call at them, but the jungler's all alone. All dead on his lonesome. Dwayne not able to get the damage through Arthur, which means that third inhibitor will go down.
Gangplank was pushing them back. Piping was showing respect to the Gangplank, and then Jarvan just runs up and ints. All they had to do was let Gangplank continue to poke, and they could have potentially won the game. Like they were winning the fight right there with just Gangplank.
Now there's super minions to come through for Piping Esports. It is a 4 versus 5. Now minions knocking on the Nexuses. A last defense by Aether Esports. The GA popped on hindsight. They're able to pick that up, but the first Nexus turret goes down. The minions are doing all the work for Piping on this one. The second one's going to follow right afterwards. And from the looks of it, Piping Esports will pick up game 1 here. It may not have turned out exactly how you thought it would, but it's still going to be Piping with game 1.
Yeah, great job by Piping. I mean, kinda. I think it was a better game actually out of Aether, and what would have been considered an easy victory. They definitely their money, especially early, trading blow for blow, like matching the rotations, doing very well.
I think it's an accomplishment in its own right to be able to pull Piping to 38 minutes.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's take a quick look at those stataroos to see exactly how good they were for both of these teams.
Oh wow, yeah, look at the damage charts. Gangplank doing the most in the game, but 3 members doing more than 4 members for the side of Piping. Nara doing a deceptive amount of damage, even more than the Justana.
Dway taking home the 3.3k, most damage in the game for himself, but unfortunately for Aether Esports, that 3.3k, or 3.3k, well, was not enough to come in for Aether Esports. Scrolling down quickly to the damage taken, we can see that the winner of that is 3.33k again.
Yep.
This time for Knight, yeah, he took damage.
Definitely took a lot of damage that game.
Maybe a little too much, but give or take. Give or take on that one.
Alright, check the vision real quick.
Army Overlord's favorite statistic in the game. Vision score, topping out a Bishop, 87.
Yep, very strong game out of Lulu. Trying to get those wards out. Almost got caught out a few times trying to do it, but definitely doing a job. Knew what she had to do, was trying to do it. But if you actually look at Knight's vision score, like almost double, triple Blight's. So very strong performance out of his vision score.
Some good stuff to come out of Aether Esports here. We'll see if they're able to whip out even better to tie it up with Piping Esports in Game 2. Or will Piping Esports, as they always do, lay down the pipe, as we say over here, and 2-0 Aether Esports. We'll be right back at you with that answer. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Aether Esports versus Piping Esports matchup. Coming in hot with the Game 1 W, Piping Esports, 38-minute slugfest match to take at Aether Esports. Can they do it again?
Most likely, but hopefully Aether realized what they did wrong that time with the 80 Jarvan. Hopefully they can pick up, hopefully not get depressed, let it get to their head. They were very much in that game, so all they have to do is just fix a few minor mistakes and they could very much win this. Or at least tie.
Definitely a strong case coming in for Aether in Game 1, but what was the problem that game?
The Janna, the Ivern, the Orianna, maybe the Jarvan Int. I don't know. There are a number of things that could have been wrong there. I'm wondering if there's going to be the Orianna Blight, or not Blight, the Blight ban. Nope, gonna ban the Warwick. Omen really struck fear calling Blight a one-trick and trash heap, I guess.
I guess you did. I don't know if I would have banned the Warwick. I have not seen it out of Blight. I've seen it out of Double XL more than I have on Blight. But I don't like the Warwick ban already. I want to see an Ivern ban. I want to see a Janna ban, or at least a takeaway on one of the two.
Yeah, you definitely take away one or the other. You can't have both. The shield is just too strong.
Eat too much. It will.
I'm interested to see if Piping leave up the Gangplank, or if they're gonna go ahead and ban it away.
I'd ban it. I think it's a safe ban.
Yeah.
And there you go.
Yeah, I agree. Taking away the Rise. Scared of Gawain's Rise. They're gonna first pick the Tristana. Always a good ADC to pick. I wonder if they're gonna pick up the Varus back into it again. It wasn't terrible.
It wasn't. Varus was a good pickup, but I think they're more so having the Tristana pickup to take it away from hindsight as well, which I don't know if it does that much, but it definitely is something that Piping would have liked that's no longer there.
Yeah, and Gawain gonna pick up his patented Xerath. Played it a couple times throughout the league. Very strong on the champion. It's always a fun champion to watch too, so I like it. The high kick thrust play.
Full skill shot, so Xerath 100% skill coming out of Gawain here.
Yeah, Janna and Ivern both maybe not feeling as confident since Aether actually kind of read their play and almost got away with the win. So maybe trying to change up the tactics.
While we're looking at things that slipped through champion select, Kassadin for Arda here.
Kassadin and Alistar, both champions that they're very, very comfortable on. It's pretty much what Gangplank was for Dewey, is what Kassadin is for Arta, and Alistar is for Knight. So I'm definitely expecting some Pipey plays.
Absolutely.
Hindsight, locking on the Twitch.
Solo laner is 100% open here on both sides. For the most part, at least, we'll see how that pans out and how many bans are thrown away at certain players. Yeah,
it should be easy to ban out the solo lanes now. Now that they know for a fact that the bot lane and the mid lane are both locked in. I guess technically it could be a cast on the top lane, but that's not very common. Yep, a Clyde ban, very strong. Dwayne's very comfortable on that champion as well.
Yes, we saw that in their series against Noyups, which you were taking how you feel how it went, but they did manage to kill Barbies in it, so that's a plus.
Yeah, do you think Knight here is going to go for a hard tank like Zac or maybe Sejuani? Because Sejuani hasn't been picked or banned either game, and I think she's arguably the best jungler in the game right now.
I would agree on her being the best jungler in the league. However, I don't expect it as a pick out of Knight. I expect more so that a Mumu hover to come through, and I don't want to see it, but I feel like he's going to pick it. You don't see Mumu hovers all the time, and when you do, they probably
he is comfortable on the Mumu. Yeah, that's a good call. I actually forgot about that, but he is very comfortable on the Mumu. And although I think Sejuani is like a better version of a Mumu, if you're comfortable on a champion, you're definitely gonna hover towards those. So I wouldn't be terribly opposed to a Mumu pick, especially with an Alistar.
See what they combo that with for Ziffy in the AD. About Ziffy's on Tristan. What am I saying? Whoa, alright. So, last ban coming in through for Aether Esports. We'll see exactly who they look to target ban on this one.
Oh wow. I guess they don't want an easy game banning away the Jarvan from Knight. And they're going to ban the Xin Zhao. Both junglers waiting for the counter pick, I guess. Having to go down to the wire, top lane and jungle.
And we know what? I'm not going to get through. It's an Ivern. No doubt. No doubt. Come on, Blight. We all know what you're going to pick here. Almost got me on that one, but it will be the Ivern lock in.
Cosmic.
Okay, you
he
proved
has
me
said
wrong.
multiple times in the server that he doesn't even like Ivern that much. He just plays it because it's good. So I'm kind of shocked that he's been playing as much Ivern as he has. But now that he's not running the triple shield comp, more free way to go who he wants, and maybe looking to play some fancy tank or not tank. What's it? Heavy AD junglers.
That sounds god awful. If you into that, to say 10 Kazakhs. Ooh,
6 Warmox Kazakhs. It's OP confirmed.
I don't know if I want to see that, but while we're looking at interesting jungle picks in a Mumu and a Kazakhs on the field, and please do not lock that in. they like to do
Nothing
this.
like
They
good
know-
old Hashinshin Aatrox.
No, it's not gonna. Shen is a much better picker, and they need a tank, so it's gonna be a Shen. There we go.
Yep, and Ziffy locked in the Gnar for Dewey. Also champion. Dewey does have a pretty massive champion pool. It's pretty comfortable in any matchup, I think. Very confident in his abilities to win lane. Winning the game is a different matter, but we'll see now that quite a few people have their comfort picks. We got Bishop on his comfortable Alistar. We got Kassadin on Arta, or Arta on Kassadin. And then we got Amumu on Knight. So I'm very interested to see if they can put up the same kind of fight they did the first game in this game and potentially come away with the win for the tie.
Yeah, that would definitely be something they would want. They can't quite get the 3-pointer anymore, but they can definitely deny that from piping and tie it 1-1, which we put Aether Esports at 2 points. Not the greatest, but still, game off piping I'd take any day.
Definitely. A little too late for the win, but a tie can be just as good, especially when you're trying to make a statement against one of the top teams.
Absolutely. Looking at these team comps, who we liking more?
Personally, I do like the side of Aether's better. I like the 3 hard tanks. You got Cassian and Scales, and Tristan and Scales. They're gonna have to try and stay alive early because Kazakhs is a very early game jungle, and Xerath can lay down great amount of pressure early, especially against a lane like Cassian, who can't really do much except spam his Q in lane. Granted, even though they do have the early game, they do have a strong late game too because of the Xerath and the Twitch, and Shen's only gonna get tanked here.
I'm actually gonna say I like pipings more, and just for one sole reason. That's that they have wave clear. They have the strong element of wave clear with Gwaine on this Xerath here, and I think if you're getting siege done, wave clear is what you need, and wave clear is what Aether don't have. They have the Kassadin, not gonna give any wave clear, nor any of the members. So if they're getting siege on by a Xerath, zoned by a Thresh, powered on by a Shen, they have nothing to clear the waves with. Yes? Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, indeed. Seems like
Yeah,
he's got the same
dialing.
problem again.
Dialing Army Overlord coming in just in time. Alright, so coming once again as the temporary call cast until Rengar comes back on his own here. What are your thoughts quickly on the champion select?
Oh boy, this looks like a pretty interesting one, but boy, I don't think you can get more in-your-face personal than Aether Esports' comp right here. They have every single champion that says, we're going to get right on top of you and we're going to beat you up right in your face. Now, I don't know about you, but I personally do not want to do that against the comp that Pipe's got right now. We have a Shen, we have a Kazakhs, a Xerath, a Twitch, a Thresh. They can basically hit you before you even show up. And when you actually do show up, bam, they hit you real hard. They get you a nice hook, a nice stun, nice taunt. And they can just really pin you into a bad angle. They are very solid at a certain range of attack. And this is that range. So much in your face might actually be a big kryptonite for Aether Esports' strategy here.
That's actually a good point, Army, because not only do they have the siege comp with the Xerath and the Twitch, but they also have a lot of all-in engage with the Thresh and Shen. So whether they get the advantage early, not only can they siege, but if they do fall behind and are reliant on those late-game teamfights, then they have that Shen and Kazakhs for the up-close damage.
Well, I'm very glad you're back. I'm going to go right behind the camera. Good luck, guys.
Thanks, sir.
Alright. What a convenient segue for yourself, but as Army Overlord just help construct for yourself, that in-your-face strategy might bite them and might bite them. Do you think it will?
Hopefully not. Still cheering for the Aether tie. I think they can do it. I believe
You
But-
believe. Hashtag AE win.
Hashtag AE win. Hopefully, if they play half as good as they did last game, they definitely have a better chance, I think, than they did the first game with the comp they're running. And especially since Piping got the comp comfortable on, at least that we've seen in the league, and they still struggled that much against Aether, and they weren't even playing their main champions, that Aether definitely have a chance this game.
Yeah, I could see it. I definitely think it's a realistic probability if they play their team comp right and they don't lose in the early game. Because one of the things that we've seen in this team in the past, not in the last game, but in the past, is early game doesn't go well and the games close out very quickly. The last game, they were very even, and if not ahead just a little bit for the most part of the game. But then they let slide past them, and then things started to go wrong, and then Piping were back in the driver's seat. How do we think this one's going to play out?
I think Blight, since we know he's an early game jungler, is going to look for the early game proactivity, especially since he's on an early game jungle like Kha'Zix. I'm expecting Gawaiian to go ham mid lane again and take advantage of the fact that Arctic can't really out trade him. So I think all around the only winning lane for, I guess there's two winning lanes for the side of Aether, and that's probably top lane and bot lane. So they might be able to make proactive plays in the 2v2, with Kha'Zix probably going to be camping top with the Shen Song. Because that's what he was looking to do the first game. He was constantly looking to look for the top ganks early, and then he had to go bot lane to help the 2v2 lane just because it was losing.
I'm looking at the lineup here, and there's only 2 stopwatches this time.
Let's see, we got one on both mid laners.
Wait, oh, this would be a very unconventional level 1 fight. It's usually on the bottom half of them, but both teams are very close to each other. If anyone ducks their head out, they might be dead.
Ooh.
Oh, it's gonna miss.
He wasn't AFK shopping.
Nope, he was not, thankfully.
Might still be able to look for this invade. Hindsight, actually. Losing the trade. Oh, wait.
Uh-oh, if Tone was started, that could be really bad for Knight here. There it is, a flash automatically away. Well,
if those thresh hooks are any indication how the game's gonna go, might not be pretty, but at least they're getting summoner spells.
and again, something that's going to force Knight on the other side of his jungle here. Looks like he's going to waddle away there. It's going to take him a while to get there, though.
Yeah, Bishop doing the smart thing and getting deep wards as well in the enemy jungle.
From the looks of it as well, it's going to return back to the blue buff. No way he could get to the red buff in time. It's Piping Esports and Aether Esports. Might just be a little late to the bot lane, but looks like Aether is a step ahead.
Yeah, good proactivity out of the side of Piping. Switching up their strategy, not keeping the same, not trying to stay predictable. That's good.
In particular, I really do want to see how this Catherine pick works out, because, not exactly known for his presence in the early game, but very much when a Catherine starts to get going, he gets going. So,
yeah, definitely don't want to feed him an early kill.
No, definitely not. That would be really bad. Cassie's kind of like a mid lane Tristan in a sense too. So
yeah,
Aether looking for the late game on this one.
Poor Shen, just gonna get harassed so hard in that lane. Hopefully, I'll get a good Kha'Zix gank. But he actually, because both junglers passed on the top side, they're gonna end up in the bot side. So there might be a good standoff down there.
Definitely the case. We'll see how well Art is able to see us under the turret. Did a pretty good job of that on Anivia. We'll see if the same could be said on Kassadin.
Yeah, just like we called it, the 2v2 for the side of Aether is going to go ahead and shove in the bot side just because they win that early game trade.
Wait a second.
That's pretty deep.
It's a reverse? Okay, never mind. Blythe might be in a little bit of trouble though, not able to get his blue buff safely. It looks like that will not go over to him.
Kind of risky because Xerath had priority mid lane. It was very easy to roam down, and that's what he started to do. Doing the smart thing and backing up.
Aether Esports going for a strong play on this one to try and get a kill on a hindsight. They're not going to be able to get it, but like Bishop gets taken out underneath the turret. First blood to Blight.
That was greedy. Knowing the Twitch had flash, I don't know why he would flash Q there.
Oh my.
Because you're not going to have the damage early to one-shot him like that.
I mean, I like the proactivity, but I don't like the fact that they took that proactivity 5 steps farther than it needed to be.
I mean, they could have just traded the Summoner Flash for the Twitch Flash, which would have been perfectly okay. But, I don't know. I personally would have gone for that play just because it wasn't necessary. They were already winning the 2v2 lane, and now they've given the lead over to to the side of piping.
They might just be looking for advantage.
Woo!
Toss to land on a Knight. Max range on that one. The kill will go over to him as well, but it's going to be a trade right afterwards. Now a battle of junglers and Gwaine. Blight is looking all too good in this
Blight
one.
has flash. Oh, he canceled.
Get the kills. I know up top, but in the same story might just be said there. Where's the boomerang toss? It's not up. And it's a 1-2 on the board now.
That's so unfortunate. Blight went for the flash Q there and ended up walking the other way and canceling the animation. Top lane. Gnar had just reached Mega. Couldn't actually throw out the Q because of the cooldown.
Close stuff, but that is now a 2-0 Kazakhs for Piping Esports.
Yeah, it's that early game proactivity. Almost 3-0. Very lucky by the Yamumu. Probably should have just abandoned Arta as soon as he saw the Kazakhs there. But lived to tell the tale anyway.
Definitely the case, and we're looking at this matchup here. Pretty scary for both sides, I'd say. Definitely a lot more action in the early game.
Oh, well, if Arta can keep sidestepping abilities like that, he may have a chance in that mid lane.
Might be able to. Not able to dodge that one. That Arcana Pulse does go through. Back up towards top lane. Gray. Taken low. Both top lanes are incredibly low. If I were... I mean, Blight's pretty low in HP, so he's not going to go for it. But if I were on the side of Knight here, I'd go right up there.
Definitely. I feel so bad for the Shanks. Not only is he being harassed, but 18 farmed Zegger is, or Dewey is 34 or 35. English. Farm lead for Kazakhs, trying to make up for the deficits in mid lane and top lane.
And while we keep talking about the mid lane, up in farm this time around for Arta, not even with Gwaine.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Xerath has cooldowns on his abilities, so he can't really walk up in CS, because if he walks up, then Arta will out-trade him on the cast-in, just simply because of the Q, W, and the E, all being close-range abilities. So needs to watch out that if he gets too far behind here, as soon as Arta gets 6, he could all-in Gawaiian.
Definitely a possibility. Actually, a few minions away from 6. There it is, but we'll see if he
I'd say
decides
go
to
for
go
it.
for the... You say go for it?
He definitely should, yeah. If he can sidestep the stun, he'll definitely kill him.
I go for it right there. Charging! Go for it! There you go! There's the Rift Walk forward. Bit of damage to come through. Standing Knight to go. Rift Walk away one more time. We'll do it.
So
But
annoying.
it doesn't have it back up yet. There's the stopwatch. Now in towards the bottom lane.
Oh, we got him!
Side that's in trouble. He did get it in the mid lane, but Ziffy's going to get the same in the bot lane. It looks like it's a trade in the mid as well. 3-3 on the board.
That's so annoying, and that's why you pick the Shen mode, to be that annoying, to make sure you can get those plays. That's so unfortunate for Arta. Could have had a very sick play there. Gets canceled out by the Shen.
Uh-oh. That looks like a dead mummy, if I ever saw it right there. Knight in all sorts of trouble. Does have the flash. It looks like resources have been piled.
Oh, get Drake
to
if you
keep him
TP'd, if
safe.
anything.
Oh yeah, get the dragon. Don't back on Tristana.
Shen's not going to take your tower. No, please, what are you doing?
No!
He's not going to be able to take your tower fast enough. Just get the Drake.
That's the 7-minute ocean dragon they missed out on. Not like this.
That's
Ah,
unfortunate.
that really is unfortunate.
Meanwhile, Dewey soaks up some XP mid lane on his way back top. The slow walk of shame. Fortunately, didn't get anything out of the TP. Kazakhs and Shen might be able to look for a dive here if they realize it.
They
But
might.
just getting
Both of the
scuttled,
top
I guess.
half are pretty close to each other here. Gwyn's still suffering in CS a little bit, but looks like they're going to try and punish the casting on this one. They notice the Rift walk forward, and they know exactly when to capitalize on that. Light's going to go on a killing spree now, 3-0 on this Kazakhs.
Yeah, the early game champion, playing an early game jungler. Or, yeah. Blight likes early game champions.
Yes, he does.
So the fact that he has one finally popping off, it's good to see. Wow.
Oh boy, back and forth.
Okay.
They're not gonna kill each other. As I
Wait,
don't
maybe?
think they are. I might be wrong on that.
Wait.
Taking
Oh my god, it's so close! Oh!
There's the shield and a boulder toss. I think they might have just called a draw. Picks it back up. Can he land it?
Oh, right as he was taunting. Unfortunate.
Away with the solo kill.
A little bit of revenge for that TP mid. on top of having almost a 30 CS lead, finally gets that solo kill after bullying him in lane the entire time.
Yeah,
Great job by Dewey.
absolutely. Z-Gray suffering in CS from all the poke that Gnar has been able to pile out, so that's a good advantage for Aether Esports in this top lane.
I guess you could say he knows Dewey to the solo kill.
Ah, well, it looks
Ooh.
like we'll see if Arda can do the same on that one. One more Rift Work would do it, but does he choose to go underneath the turret?
Oh, prank.
Not going to be able to land it. Not enough range, which means Gwen will get out of that one.
Yeah, good sidestep. Saw it coming. Could have actually looked for a stun there in a trade, but maybe it was on cooldown. Both junglers having around the bot side.
Alfred will be Blight spotted by the Scrying Orb from Knight, so they do know where Kha'Zix is.
Yeah, look like we're gonna go for some deep vision, if not a kill, because Cassidy had mid priority as Gawain had backed. Gonna get those nice deep wards. Smart of Kha'Zix, keep want to say Cassidy to back there.
Indeed. A little bit of back and forth in the top lane. A possible dive might happen for Aether. Looks like Knight's not gonna look for it.
Yeah, again, very strong early game out of Aether, like versus Piping's early game as well. Unfortunately, Kha'Zix is 3-0, but there's only so much you can do.
We've seen this story, this song and dance in the mid lane again, and it's not gonna quite go how Arda wants it. However, hindsight, looking for something. There's the flash
Ooh.
forward to come through. Stopwatch looks good. Maybe
What
not.
an ulti by Knight.
They will shut down Blight. Hindsight trying to fire in the back line on this one, but the
Wait,
focus
Gawain
is on
killed.
the Thresh. The damage to come through. Hindsight to try and get some more damage through. They cannot kill the Twitch on this one. The ambush to come through as well, and when it's all said and done, it's a 2-for-1.
Oh my god, we didn't get to see it, but mid lane, Gawain, as soon as his stopwatch was done, had flash and heal, so was able to actually kill Arta there, even though he had like 10 HP.
Mid lane
Very much
got
clutch plays all
pretty
over the map.
tough. Yeah, back and forth, and while it looks like it might be in favor of
Woo!
Piping right now, it's still very even.
Kind of shocked Dewey didn't go for the dive there. Had flash, had his ultimate, could have actually looked for the dive.
Could have.
Especially
not
since
to.
Shen had already used his taunt. Just playing a little bit safe, doesn't really need to force anything since he's already got a massive lead. But at the same time, why wouldn't you make your lead even more massive?
Actually, while we're talking about massive, Mimo has 5 health potions. Well, chugging the
It's working.
pots, I like it.
It's working, 1-0-1. He hasn't died yet. He's one healthy boy.
We'll see if the same can be said for Dewey. There's the invisible
wow.
Fan United combo. Pulled off beautifully by Piping. The flash will not mean anything.
That early Duskblade doing damage.
Blight doing work in this game here. And they're going to be able to pick up the Rift Herald as well.
Bot lane too? Yeah, might be able to get bot lane tower as well. Yeah, their minion wave will crash on the tower before the current minion wave is ended. So unless Twitch pulls off a good stop,
Pops out of ambush. They're not going to go for
Dive
the dive
him.
on him.
now they should dive. He doesn't have flash
Now
or
they should
heal.
Oh, come on. Oh, come on!
Why aren't you doing it?
Oh, no.
Now it's too late.
They're
They
gonna
did
want
not
to play
take
it safe, and they're not even gonna get the turret. Now,
That
actually, it
hurts.
might be
No.
killing on him. Forced to use the Alistar ultimate.
Bishop.
Looks like he
Oh.
will be able to get away, but
Look at- Oh, and they lost Rift Herald too. Misplays all around the map. Oh no! Wait. Okay,
Oh,
my
wait.
bad. I thought Piping stole the Rift.
well, we'll see how Aether are able to play it. There's the Death Sentence, the Spray and Pray coming towards him, but you don't have an ulti, Alistar. You are not tanky to expunge. We'll be able to pick up the kill. Hindsight picking up his first.
That's unfortunate. On the bright side, not anything massive. They shouldn't. Oh well, they might be able to go for first tower here since Gawain has actually showed up down there.
They might be able to. It's Knight that's going to be on the defense, but I think he knows to not get anywhere near that turret.
Well, Gawain's gonna go ahead and leave lane, worried about the mid lane tower.
Actually, the mid lane turret does go down. Actually, not
Questionable.
just yet. Questionable. There's the Rift Herald. Gets it pretty low.
Yeah, I'd save the Rift Herald there. I wouldn't put it on a full health tower.
Aether have done that twice in the series. They did it up top lane in the first game, and now they're doing it in the mid lane this game. I think they have to learn that Rift Dart is something you should use as a team, not just to whack at turret's HP.
Yeah, definitely. You don't really get anything out of that, because not only do you not get mid lane tower, but even if you do, like, what are you going to do? The lane's pushing in favor of you anyway? He's already roaming, so...
Then they just got it. It's not like the timer's expiring
exactly.
in the next minute.
Yep.
Definitely some things for them to look back on, to put it one way. Win or lose this series, but... Either way... Wait, they might be looking for a play here. They just really want this turret, and they also really want the Twitch.
Shit tower,
Curse
please!
of the Sad Mummy will get the kill, but now it's going to be the trade back on towards the Alistar. Blight doing good work. 5-1-1 on this. Kha'Zix looking to make that a 6th here. Stopwatch does not look good enough. Gwen's the one that picks up the kill. A double kill, in fact, there with the stun.
Yeah, you gotta flame the mid laner there for the KS. You hit him with a ×9 mid lane. Looks like they're gonna go ahead and get Drake here though too. Good for Gawaiian. Good roams. Good map rotations. And just great job by Blight all around, playing the champion like he knows how to.
Absolutely, and this is a very impressive Kha'Zix performance coming out of Blight here. I wasn't expecting a whole lot of it in Champions Life, but then I gotta remember, we are talking about one of the top junglers in the league here.
Yeah. The second best jungler in the league, only behind Rengar. Pretty impressive jungler.
Absolutely.
Well, smacking minions top lane. Not a whole lot going on. They're just gonna get that dragon back and reset their gold. Away, still smacking on Zagrai top lane. You gotta feel for the Shin. Hasn't really used his ultimate that much.
They actually might want to try and kill him, but that's very dangerous. Flayed back into the turret with
Mimo.
the 10 seconds and the flame. Mimo's keeping you right in place as Hindsight rotates up right now. The flash away. How much will a minion
turnaround.
They're going to try and turn around on this one. Riftwalk forward. A great 3-man Riftwalk to come through. Keep going on this one. Hindsight with great damage, though, might be able to repel them. 80 carry Twitch steps way too close, but it's not going to get punished on.
Oh, she bought GA first item!
Gets popped. What? And Blade gets a 6th kill of the game here.
Not like this. Oh, top lane spinning the whole game, gets caught out due to a good gank. Mimo playing the Thresh to perfection. And then, what is Iffy? What are you doing? GA first item?
GA first item.
You're not...
We ain't in that meta anymore. What?
I mean, he's not worth much gold right now, so it's not like you're saving your team by buying the GA. Like, if you die at this point, it's basically like, well, just wait for late.
Knight might be in trouble. Actually, I'm kidding you. Gwen might be in trouble here. Blade comes through. Doesn't have any mana on the Kha'Zix, but it's not going to matter at all. Arcanal Pulse to come forward. It looks like the shots aren't going to be able to land.
For as good as Gawaiian has been playing, he has not been landing any of his ultimate shots. Oh, wait.
Also, this looks like a dead cow. Death sentence serving up hot on the plate. There it is. It's actually going to be repelled off right afterwards, but
good timing, good hunt.
Positioning.
Mimo looks like a completely different player from the early invades. A couple of missed hooks, which I guess you can't really expect too much off those, but playing very well on the Thresh right now.
Definitely playing very well. Piping Esports looking to get the top lane tower, and looks like they will be able to do so.
What do you think they have to do now? Because Tristana is eons behind Twitch right now. Your jungle...
Aether?
Yeah, if you're Aether, what's your win condition to get back in the game? I don't think it's Tristana, because you're going to have to wait until 40 minutes.
I really just dial it back and stop fighting, because the more you notice, the more these fights are going on, the more they're losing, the more they're going down on gold. They just need to calm down. Get some vision set up, play it safe, wait for someone on piping to mess up, get the pick, and then there you go. They don't have to be going for these team fights, especially with where Amumu is in the game right now. Like, it's way too ambitious to try and set up a 3-4 man Amumu ultimate when you can just sit back and farm.
Yeah, Aether kind of shot themselves in the foot with the Tristana pick because they were going 3 tanks and then 2 carries, which was a good idea. But when you shoot yourself in the foot by building a GA... What?
Oh, well, the greatest juke is not juking at all, but it's also the greatest way to get yourself killed.
AFK, question mark? Yeah, so they shot themselves in the foot with the Tristana. find the GA. So it's literally all on Art's back right now to be the damage for the team. This game is going to have to go to 40 minutes if Aether have any chance, I think.
Yeah, and by the time it gets to 40, I mean, it might. I mean, it's pretty scary because both the teams function very well in the late game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't want to say it's over, but it's over. Like, honestly, I think the only way they get back in the game is a 40-minute game, and even then, it's kind of debatable on who has the better late game comp.
Give or take. I think they can get back into. They just need to not do crazy stuff. They really don't. Just need to sit back, farm, play it safe, play it neutral, so Piping can't do anything. Get some wards down, and then that's like the recipe. That's the basic. That's the basic ingredients right there.
Yeah. Coming around 20 minutes, Baron will be up soon. With how much pressure Piping have, they could look for a cheesy play.
They've been looking for cheesy plays.
Mm-hmm.
For the most part, it's been working out. So Piping, what they have to do, is just keep doing what they've been doing. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And what they're doing so far seems to be working out for them.
Just pick as many fights as possible in every lane. Oh, that BM there. Stealing Shen's farm and then flashing the emote.
Now, one of the things that they got going for them is the farm lead on Dway. In comparison to Z-Gray, that's a pretty big goal difference right there.
Yeah.
Roughly 1,000 strictly between the top laners alone, so that's something they got going for them in the sense that the Gnar is roughly ahead. But also very low. Arcanal Pulse not able to land the shots, and also now in trouble. There's the Chill Smite out of night. The Flash not quite going to do a whole lot, but Stand United try and save their teammate on this one. A great two-man taunt to come through. Piper looking good in this team fight. Maybe to try and get a kill on a Blight. No, that's not going to happen anytime soon. Piper are piling down on this one, laying down the pipe. Bishop to try and get taken out next. One more hit would do it. The Flash Void Spikes to come through. No. And now to try and get a kill on the ED carry. Not going to be able to get it. It's the shutdown to come through for Zippy. But 8-18, Piper looking even better by the minute.
Yeah, great dive there. Maybe a little bit of VM with the flash from Twitch and the Cosmics in there, but it worked.
Ooh, wow.
Fertile Drake's up. Probably gonna go get that reset for Baron. I mean, they can even just run Baron right now, but I don't think they will. Oh, you can get Infernal first?
Get the Infernal.
No?
Oh, what? Okay.
Questionable Drakes. This series has been crazy. You need a team wanting to go for the Drakes when they have clear opportunities to get them.
Hindsight. Hindsight. Oh no! Wait, the Lantern to come through on a Mimo to save his teammate. The same may not be able to said for Gwen here, but hindsight's out of that one. Rengo? Uh-oh, alright. Looks like we have some DDoS problems on the cast here. However, the Infernal Dragon will go safely over to Aether Esports. Hey, everyone's gotta love their army inside. Oh my goodness, that might not go in their favor because Hindsight's blowing the damage right after him. He will get taken out of this fight. Aether looking proactive. Will he be able to kill Blind? He'll be able to get one kill. Jump away on that one. But it's still a one fight for Aether when it's said and done. 1 for 2 so far. Oh no, Death Bush. They're gonna kill Z-Gray on this one as well. Now Blight might be in trouble. They will be able to get away from that one. Blight just tanking a lot of damage on the backside.
Yeah. I'm back. Only for a few seconds. Just making sure you're staying alive and keeping the stream safe. Yep.
Alright, so, what just happened? Explain it to me. Give me details.
Didn't actually see it as my PC lost internet, but I'm gonna go ahead and guess something cheesy happened. People died.
Yeah, people died. Death push out of Aether. They got a kill. Blight got a kill. Flash Void Spikes to come through.
No. Right. Well, with the lead that Piping have right now, it's not actually as big as it looks. About a 2k gold lead. Could start to look for a Baron bait, if not just blowing up Baron. They know Nara's bot side as he's clearing the waves, so they could look to rush it right now. But looks like they're just looking for the bait.
And look for the bait. Can they find the hook on this one? Yes, they will be able to. That is a dead Cassin, if I ever saw one right there. Mima is going to be the one that gets the kill.
They can shove mid or do the safe thing and get Baron. Personally, I would just do Baron and then shove the mid and bot lane. But they can go ahead and go risky here and look for that.
Unless Mimo lands a hook. Oh no! Knight goes in way too soon. They will be able to get the hook right on top of him. There you go. Blight's the one that picks up that kill.
Blight's got mad hops right now.
Mad Hops maybe even looking for more as this turret goes down shortly. They won't be able to get it automatically. Now Mimo taking some damage. Another hook to come through. This one's not going to hit on the money. A back and forth on the middle lane turret, but looks like Aether might just be able to hold.
Blight's going deep. Looks like they should get tower, just barely. Maybe not.
Oh,
could have just got Baron. Unlucky.
Unlucky.
Oh, too late to get tower, too late to get Baron. Looks like someone finally picked up the Infernal Drake, and it was not Piping.
Yeah.
Kind of Piping's game to lose right now?
It is Piping's game to lose, absolutely. And looking at the gold, just like last game, maybe not as even. It's not 1,000 gold apart, but a little 3,000, 4,000 roughly, and it's close. It's possible for Aether to win it, but what do they have to do to really just crack Piping?
Just like wave management, I think, right now. If they can get Piping split up and away from the 5v5, then I think they can look for the picks. But right now, Piping have the wave manipulation on point, and they're just having the bot and top lane push in favor of them, and then they can just 5-man mid.
No, come on. Warding is dangerous! Oh my lord, Knight's gonna get taken on this one. Arcanal Pulse.
Wait, the greatest escape ever! Nope, unlucky.
You can say it 1,000 times. That's a free Baron. If I ever saw one right there, Art is gonna do his best to make the situation with the split push, but that's gonna be Baron Nashor for Piping Esports. I think if any member of Aether decides to get a little too close, they might just be finding themselves on the chopping block. The way might just be that person right there. The taunt come through, the damage right afterwards. The kill will not follow though, and looks like he's able to get out.
That heal was questionable. Yeah, we need a top 10 plays of just warding fails with the emote. Warding is dangerous.
Yeah.
Let's see, how many sweepers are on the side of... One sweeper on the side of Piping, and they got 2 sweepers on the side of Aether. So, I don't know if Kha'Zix is not supposed to go the sweeper, but he's not.
He's not. Just looking for the trinkets, and it looks like it's working for whew, that looks like it hurt.
Sweepers don't kill people.
Sweepers don't kill people. Clearly, not something to get. However, up top lane, a little bit of back and forth as Dewey takes a big chunk of damage. I would not step up any closer.
He is not scared.
One. Now looks like Knight wants to get caught out, forced to flash away. I do not know what Aether Esports are trying to cook up here, but it doesn't look like it's going in their favor.
Yeah, I don't think they know what they're doing.
He found Tristana. Knight's going to land a good 2-man ulti, but there's no follow-up, so he's going to get killed right afterwards. Now more damage to come through. Arcanal Pulse to fly through.
This could be game.
That might just be it right there, indeed. And now Alistar is going to go down again. A double kill for Hindsight. I feel like I've recited that line 50 times over in this matchup. And 2 members of Piping Esports might just look for the win here.
Yeah, they got Baron. 20 seconds on 3 people. Ooh, flash hook misses, but they don't really need to land that.
Din's not going to land, but it's not going to matter. The next turrets are tanking damage. 10 seconds on Knight, 15 on Dway. The first Nexus turret goes down. Aether, it's fight or flight on this one.
Oh, baby! Piping
Might
too
just
low.
look for it to try and pick it up. Nexus taking low. Aether Esports, can they get it? No, it's not going to matter. Piping Esports will 2-0 Aether. Another double down coming out of this team.
Yep, better performance than I was expecting out of Aether. Showed some real resilience in the first game. Second game kind of looked like some tilt just went into their game. A little bit of questionable plays all around. Didn't really know what they were doing, who they were trying to pick. They finally managed to get top lane pushing in their favor though. So worth.
Yeah, worth. Either way, that is the game to come through for Piping Esports once again, showing us all how to lay down the pipe.
Yep. Go and take a look at the stats real quick. The KDAs. Well, before we actually look at the stats, before you get tainted by seeing the damage graphs, if you haven't looked at them already, who do you suspect did the most damage?
Ooh, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe Kazakhs. Probably Kazakhs. Yeah, it's gonna be Kazakhs, I'm gonna say.
Alright, well, Gawain was actually resident sleeper. I thought he had some of the lowest damage in the game because it looked like he was just so far behind the team, but actually coming up with 25,000 damage. Pretty clutch performance. Kazakhs was the second most in the game,
Yeah.
but
Well, you know, Zareth, good damage. You know, I could see it. I definitely could see it.
I thought it was just KS, and I was not going to give him the most damage in the game, but Gawain, know what to do.
Yeah, looking at the damage, as you said, Gawain highest up on the charts at 25k for himself here. Scrolling down quickly once again to the damage taken. Oh my. Once again, Knight topping the damage taken charts at 27k. My, oh my.
Yeah, that hurts. At least he had a slightly better performance, I think, on this champion. Still, was the front line for the team. Unfortunately, you can't really fault him like you can in the first game. That was literally his only job was to queue in and ult. So,
Absolutely.
good on him. Actually shocked to see Kazakhs was the second most in the game. He did go in there a lot. Played that champion very aggro, but got away with it most of the time. As I believe he only had 1 death? No, 2 deaths. So, very good game out of him. Knowing the limits of his champion's health.
Absolutely. Let's look at the vision score now in this one. Topping the vision score at a 58. Once again, Bishop getting the wards down, but maybe not the safest way of getting them down. I mean, still great vision score, great warding, but not the safest way of doing so. Either way, Piping Esports got the 2-0, and I think that our resident cameraman Army Overload has a message for us.
There we go. That fixes that. Okay, so, by the way, let you guys know super fast that the match coming up pretty soon is going to be the grudge match between Nevermore and Naughty Nips. That's happening coming up very, very soon. Probably barely 5 minutes, maybe even more than that. Who knows? But
years of trash talk finally coming to culmination, Army. Are you hyped?
I know this has been one of the most talked about matches in this entire season so far. They have been at each other's throats since week 1, and they are finally ready to get some answers to be brought out here. Naughty Nips has first place right now, and with Piping getting the 2-0 here as well, that looks like they will need the 2-0 just to keep up with Piping Esports at this point. If we're talking statistically, talking about stats right now.
And if we're looking at Nevermore on the other side, they're sitting at 8th place right now. Forevermore ties coming in hot. 4 ties. We'll see if they can hand Naughty Nips another one of those, or maybe double down.
Well, we've all had our opinions dropped in the tower dive, and I can't wait to see when and where that will be posted. I cannot stretch enough how excited I am to finally get this grudge match going. So I won't waste any more time. Won't be much longer, folks, but until then, that is the end of this one. We will go ahead and say our standout player is as follows. I would be honest with you. I think it's got to be Blight. We won't do the interview segment, but I think Blight has got to be the player.
Yep, I definitely agree too. Blight's clutch.
Strong performance.
Then
you got mad hops.
That segment. Sorry, Blight, we would give you an interview, but we got another match to get right on to. So, see you soon enough.
Yes, let's do our quick outros, of course. I was your host / publicaster Blaze. Joining me on the color.
Was the Daily Duo writer, caster, player, a god, Rengar.
And I will be your cameraman for the match to come as well, Army Overlord. We'll see you guys very, very soon. Catch you later.